So, you want to learn how to make cool animations like this? I know, it looks pretty cool, right? Well, look no further, because this is a tutorial for you. So, what you first want to have is After Effects open. After Effects is a must. I would not recommend any other software. After Effects is like the best at motion graphics. So, once you have After Effects open, press New Composition, okay? And make sure you have the background color to green, okay? So that way, if you're making it for a client or something, they can key it out with their video, okay? Make sure it's 1920 by 1080 and press OK. It'll load, and now you have it right here. So, firstly, what you want to do is don't set this to full. It'll lag your computer, okay? Don't do that. Set it to quarter, okay? Now that we have this out of the way, but it's like our base settings out, right? You can like zoom out a little bit, and you want to go to Layer, New, Solid, okay? And then make it white. We're going to be making the base of the subscribe button. So press OK. All right. And now we have a white thing. That is covering our green background. We don't want that. So what we're going to do is we're going to go over to here to this little circle right here. Go over and go to Rounded Rectangle. This is how you get that nice bevel. If you don't want a bevel, just simply go back and just put rectangle. But for those who do want a bevel, press Rounded Bevel, okay? And now we're going to click and drag, and you see how it's creating a mask like this, okay? And click and stop to where it's long enough. You can always scale it up and release. Okay, so once you have that done, you see the anchor point where it scales at is down at the bottom. So whenever you scale it, it's like that. No, you don't want that because it makes for uneven scaling and it just doesn't look that good. So instead, what we can do, right mouse click on it, go to Transform, Center Anchor Point, and Layer Content. Just to make scaling a little bit easier, we're going to go over here. So click this drop down, and you see where it says Mask 1, click Lock. So just click this little black box. Let's grab this red button and drag it downward to about right here. Yeah, that looks good. Okay, and then drag this red button to about here. Right, you can always scale it up. And then let's untick the mask. If you don't want to make the bevel as harsh, grab this one right here, over here, and then you drag it this way. So the bevel's not as harsh, but it's still there. Okay, and then drag this one down here. Shift click, drag it over here like that. Okay, and then let's go over here. And then let's do the same thing. So let's shift click on this one, drag it over here like that. Okay. And then shift click on this one and drag it over here. Like that. So now that we have this luminous white box, right? Okay. Let's zoom out and then let's drag it, shift click, and then shift again, hold shift, and then drag it down about here. Okay. And now we're going to animate this white box popping in, like how you see in most of the subscribe button animations. So let's lock the mask so it doesn't get in the way, okay? And then let's drop down, okay? Transform, and then position, scale, rotation, opacity. Just do all of this, okay? Just hold it and drag down. Scale it down until it says 0 or 0.2, that's fine, okay? Okay, and now I have my timeline set to 20 minutes. You don't need that. I just have it for regular videos. I'm going to bring this down right here. You don't have to if you don't want to. And then after that, we're going to drag our little placeholder to about 5 frames in. So scale it, zoom out, and scale upward to about around here. Around here. So around here is good. Not too, big, but not too small. So now if we play the animation, it pops right in. Now this looks good, okay? This would be passable, but let's just make it even. Let's just blow this out of the water, okay? So we're going to shift and drag it over here with a little rectangle, and then click on one of your keyframes, right click on it, and then go to Keyframe Assistant, and then go to Easy Ease. And now this is just going to make it, okay, it'll make it a lot slower, a lot, not as drawing as if you want to put Easy Ease. Easy Ease is essential for motion graphics. If you think this looks too slow, which sometimes it does, you can drag this in by 1 frame. Let's do this. Drag this in by 1 frame, okay? It pops in a bit faster. I like it kind of slow, so we're going to do that. And it looks good. Now we're going to make the big red button, okay? AKA known as the subscribe button. So now what we're going to do is we're going to copy. So we're going to copy this white layer. It'll all make sense, okay? So Control-C, Control-V, okay? Let's go over here. Let's delete all these keyframes. Just delete them all. Get them out of here. Go over to Effects and Presets. And let's go to type in tint, okay? Color correction, tint. Okay? So now over here, let's make it red, Okay, so if you go to the map black to red, it's not going to do anything. But if you go to map white to right, and then click it red, drag it over here. So about like a darkish red. So about right here, right? So this works. And then scale the subscribe button down. Scale it inward using Shift too. Don't forget that. Okay. Let's zoom in. Let's see how this will look. So I like this subscribe button. Okay. It looks pretty cool. I think it's a bit too small. So I'm going to scale it upward to about here. Okay. This looks about good. Okay. It looks kind of weird right now. I'll admit it does look weird. Looks kind of empty, but there will not be for long. Okay, so this looks cool. And now we're going to go over here where my cursor is with the text thing. Okay. And then let's drag over here. Right. And then I like to pick the Arial font. You can pick different fonts if you want. I think some of them, if you put like Comic Sans or something, I think it looks unprofessional. You can use whatever fonts you want. I just like Arial. It's standard. It looks fine. So we're going to type in subscribe in all caps. So drag it out here. Subscribe. So this is looking pretty. It's looking okay. The subscribe text is actually a lot smaller than it is. So let's scale this down to right here. Okay, I'm going to put this on full so you guys can see it better. So now this is looking more like a YouTube subscribe button. Now, this looks good as it is. You can scale the text up if you want more. About here. This works fine, okay? And then so let's back to recorder. And now we're going to use the pick whip. It's fun to say. Pick whip. I don't know. Pick whip. So we're going to pick whip the subscribe button text to the subscribe button, okay? So let's pick whip this. And not, if you've ever used Blender before, the 3D software, it's essentially like parenting it. So right here, if I scale this, the text moves with it, okay? You want that for motion graphics. You won't have to manually like keyframe everything. It looks a lot better, okay? And now we're going to pick up the subscribe button to the white layer, okay? White solid. And now watch what happens. It moves with it. So whenever you play your animation, the subscribe button and the text with it should move with the white solid. This saves a whole lot of time. Now we're going to move the subscribe button over here to about right here. I'm thinking the white solid layer is a bit too long. So on the final keyframe, on frame 5, I'm just going to scale this inward. You should unparent it so it doesn't affect the subscribe button. Okay, so we're going to scale this inward to about here. You want to leave room behind the subscribe button, so you don't want to have it like on the edge, like right here. That doesn't look good. Just trust me, it doesn't look good. So like leave a little room. So like right there, that works good. And that wraps it up for part 1 of the beginner's guide to motion graphics in After Effects. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Part 2 will be coming very, very soon. And yeah, subscribe and like the video. Bye!